Tell me how like prosecutors, how they build their case, and then how you as a defense attorney, how you can tear it apart.
Well, I've always believed it's more entertaining or more fun to blow up a bridge than it is to build it. Would you rather build a bridge or would you be the guy that wants to blow it up? I like to blow things up more than to build it. That's my just style. But a prosecutor's not looking at a story of innocence. They're looking at it almost in a robotic fashion. They're going to look at the elements of the offense. Do they meet all the elements? Can they have a fact to meet each element of the offense? And it's very almost easy to predict what these prosecutors are going to do. Now, sometimes you have better prosecutors who try to tell a narrative from the alleged victim's point of view or tell the other story, but it's easy to figure this out, right? And so you've got to figure out what story the government's going to tell if they're a good prosecutor. If they're a lousy prosecutor, they're going to go through some fact-based elements, which the jury is going to be asleep. And then you stand up and tell a compelling story. Next thing you know, you overcome the defense credibility deficit. We can talk about that as well. But a defense credibility deficit is when we're in the courtroom, initially, we have a credibility deficit just because of the side of the courtroom we're sitting on. The fact that we're the defense team, you have a credibility deficit. And you have to overcome that if you're going to win. And so that happens immediately when you walk into the courtroom, the way you hold yourself, the way you present yourself, the fact that you're dressed professionally, the fact that you're engaging from the beginning to the end and that you know what you're talking about, you very quickly overcome that credibility deficit. And what you'll start to see happen, Jason, and it's fascinating to watch in real time, is you'll see a jury start looking to the defense team, looking to our team for credibility.
Yeah.
When they want to know what actually happened, they start looking to us. And what we say becomes gospel, and what the government says becomes looked at with a lot of skepticism. And you can see that build throughout a trial. And so how do we take apart what the government's going to do? Number one, you first need to predict what they're going to do. It's a predictive analysis. And you have to put on a prosecutor hat, at least a little bit, and say, how would I prosecute this case? But more importantly, how are you going to defend against that? And it all comes back to who's the better storyteller, who tells the more compelling story, who is the person that they're going to know, like, and trust. And that's the person that's who they're going to side for. And if you know what you're doing, you're going to have a lot of acquittals along the way.